Very good evening. Thanks for joining us here on the Sunday edition of the Urban Debate. I'm Afrida Rehman Ali. Green activist Abhay Azad from the Save RA Citizens group was forcibly detained by the Mumbai police for questioning the cutting of a huge peepal tree in the heart of Mumbai. The incident happened in the Ville Parle East area on Saturday. Visuals on your screen will show you police aggression on the activist as he was forced inside the van for standing up against the felling of this heritage tree. The activist in question is Abhay Azad, who was released later after temporary detention. The police say that the activist also misbehaved with the police. So let me then introduce, joining us today live here on the broadcast is Abhay Azad, who is the activist we've been talking about. Also joining us is Zoru Batena, a well-known environmentalist. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll come to you for a conversation around what happened, what is the larger issue here, and why are citizens' voices being silenced in this manner. But before that, let's also use this opportunity to hear out the local residents of Ville Parle, what they have to say about this gruesome felling of a heritage tree. Let's listen in.
पहले वो चला था कि हाँ ये कटेगा, कटिंग में जा रहा है, ऐसा कुछ बताया था कि कटिंग में सब जा रहा, ट्रेन का ट्रक आ रहा है इधर, ट्रेन की पटरी। तो कल वो लोग आके उन्होंने काम चालू करा, तो वो सर आए फिर बाद में। वो सर बोले भाई किसने काटा, क्यों काटा है, वो किसके पास परमिशन है, 3 स्टार सर थे। तो उन्होंने जो है उनसे बात करी, बीएमसी के 2, एक मैडम थी, एक जेंट्स था।
Abhay Azad, the police allegedly pushed you, and it's not actually allegedly because we could see it in those pictures. And what happened prior to that? Why did the situation come to this, Abhay?
I don't know how basically the cops were present to protect. They say that they were doing their duty, and what I did was only that reason out with the cops and requesting them to please stop this nuisance, this cutting of this beautiful large heritage tree. And why it come to this is because me and Zoru both have given objections 3-4 years ago at Garden Department in Baikala, saying that this tree is not a hindrance to the traffic on the road. And in spite, after 4 years, you see yesterday that suddenly it is very shocking to see that trees being cut in such a brutal way, mercilessly, and it was ruthless of authorities to not even pay any heed or the requests which were made by citizens like me. It is not that I'm gaining anything out of it, but such if you're not saving such big trees today, and all these years, in past 4-5 years, what we've been seeing in Mumbai, that the authorities keep saying that you go to the department, make a complaint, whatever problem you have, but after the tree is being cut, and if we go, then it is just a mockery of the system, and it is just fooling the people that that citizens, when they are questioning that what is right and what is wrong, and we are not given any answers.
Yes.
So if we are just being taken for a ride, our silence is taken for a ride, and it is very pity. It is it is shameful on the part of the authorities that the way they are treating the citizens.
Yes, I totally empathize with you there, and you said it very well that you're not asking for a personal favor. This is in the larger interest of the public that you're standing up for this cause to save these heritage trees. We will get to that in a bit about, the fact that there is a Protection and Preservation of Trees Act, fact that there was a flouting of procedure. Zoru will explain to us all of that. But another question to you first, Abhay, what actually made you, because now do you feel helpless, the fact that they've gone ahead and cut this tree? So it seems that, no amount of citizen protest or, activism can actually stop the authorities. How are you going to carry this crusade forward?
It is I don't know. It is a small, we have a small citizens group, which was formed some few years ago, and it is it is not any kind of NGO or a body, or there is somebody we are answerable to or anything as such. It is out of sheer love for the environment, for the trees, and people have sensitivity and they are conscious about saving the environment today. And we are also being educated by uh, respectfully by Zoru Bhai as well. He keeps he keeps spreading awareness. Why, what are your rights, and what are your, what you can do when you see a tree is being cut. So this is how we know all these things, that what are our rights as a citizen when we see a tree is being cut today. So I'm sure people are not shouldn't be scared when the tree is being cut. They should, if they feel if there is some wrongdoing in this act of a tree being cut, you should simply go and ask the tree officer present on the site that, sir, please can you show us that what is going on? What is the permission like? You shouldn't be scared. I mean, citizens, I am feeling very sad that this tree is gone today. This 90% of the tree is chopped. But we tried our best after I was detained, and we again went back to the location where the tree was still, they were still continuing to chop it down. And the arrogance of we tried to contest with the cops and the authorities, the BMC authorities, saying, sir, after the residents came across with the documents, and we also said that there is no validity of the permission which you have shown us, which is pretty old, 3 to 4 years old. So I'm personally very disappointed and very upset and very sad that today, when our environment minister like Aaditya Thackeray, uh, you know, talks about the importance of nature and saving trees and giving heritage status to the trees, and the same you are not seeing. I don't see any application of the same with the authorities which are functioning in the garden department in the Mumbai today. In
Yes.
Irrespective.
So that cannot be mere lip service. Yes, we've heard Aditya Thackeray on a number of occasions talk about how he feels the green cover is to be protected. He's spoken about sustainable development, but this is just the opposite of it. And especially, like you said, it's hurt me as well as a resident of Mumbai to see a lovely tree being chopped down in this manner. Extremely brutal, I would say. But then let's understand the story in the larger context. Zoru Bhattena, why has it come to this? There must be some process and procedure of doing it. Why are activists being silenced? Why are they not being allowed to speak up? Why are the authorities clamping down in this manner and going ahead and chopping the trees?
This is unfortunately a story which is happening on every street, every road in Mumbai, in every single locality. We are lucky that Abhay came to the site when the tree was being cut, questioned them, and really it was the arrogance of the police and the authorities which made the issue into such a big issue. But
yes,
this happens on every road in Mumbai, and unfortunately the public just simply don't ask about it, and everybody ignores it and walks away. This is the sad part. So we need many more people to raise awareness and question what the hell is the government doing? What is the authority doing?
What is the procedure, Zoru? Because there is a Protection and Preservation of Trees Act. Under that, are they not supposed to preserve these so-called heritage trees, which are more than 50 years old?
Yes, there is a Protection and Preservation of Trees Act from 1975, which states, first of all, let's take the example of this tree. They claim that the tree was coming in the way of the traffic. It's a roadside tree, and therefore the tree was being cut. However, the Tree Act from 1975 clearly says that any tree coming in the way of traffic or of a road or road widening needs to be transplanted. So if this tree was in the way of any traffic, all they needed to do was hire a crane, pick it up from this spot and put it back on a spot where it was not in the way of the traffic. there was absolutely no need to cut this tree. First issue. This is a people tree which can easily be transplanted. This is
Okay.
not some exotic tree which can't be transplanted. It's a very hardy tree which deserves to be transplanted. The other issue as per the law is concerned, the permission which they showed us was dated 2018, which said that the tree needs to be cut because it's coming in the way of traffic. If it was really coming in the way of traffic from 2018 to 2022, it would have come in somebody's way, but it didn't, which shows that there's something odd with this permission. Another important thing is, as per law, they are supposed to upload their permissions on the website. If you go today and look for this permission, you will not find it. So whether it was uploaded in 2018 or not is something that nobody can verify, which again makes the permission very questionable, suspects. Another very odd thing about this tree cutting was the BMC came with their staff and about 30 policemen to cut a tree when there was absolutely no trouble to start with. It's not that there was any fight or any people protesting about it to start with. So the fact that they brought this entire team of people on the ground to cut a tree itself is a very odd thing. Neither the BMC nor the police, I believe, will have any personal vendetta to cut a tree on the side of the road. So there is something definitely more to this. And unless some higher up has given some sort of orders to cut this tree for some odd reason,
Yes.
it would not have got cut.
So you're saying the police, the authorities here has firstly not followed procedure. You're saying there was no permission and the permission of 2018 was cited, which you cannot locate on their website. And then this high-handedness, Abhay. How did you approach the police, Abhay, and what was their response? You would have told them that where is the permission to fell this tree. What was their response?
The moment I saw it, I lost my cool and I lost my mind that, I mean, you cannot talk nicely and, sir, please stop this, this is something wrong you're doing. Because till date, historically speaking, in all these years, even if you try to, with folded hands, if you requested authorities, they have never done anything that, it helps in the in the larger picture of things. So basically, my request was that only to the police. I believe it was Mr. Bhosle on the site and requesting him. And since there was a lot of noise in the background, so I was speaking a little loudly, like I had a little high tone, and he was saying that you are being too. I've not even told. I've not even verbally abused him, or neither I was violent with him. It was just a pleading request, please stop. And then when he requested me, you got to be nice. I said, should I give you a kiss and talk with you? Now, this is what he felt, very offensive, and he assaulted me and he took me in the van and he happened to detain me. There's nothing derogatory or something which I've said. It's a language of love. I mean,
Yes.
but the police, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Should I say it's an ego trip for them or what it is? I mean, you are just misusing your power. You are a cop. You are stationed here to, for the citizens as well, and not just to execute the order which is being told, which you are doing, and then you are threatening me by taking my picture, my video, and stuff like that.
Did they even show you any sort of document that they had, to actually justify this action? Did they even give you a response as to why they are going about in this manner with chopping this particular tree?
Yeah, the document which I saw is basically, which is what Toru said, that it was an old document. I mean, I saw the document, the permission was there,
Okay.
but the letter was dated in 2018. So we have given objections during somewhat 3-4 years only. I couldn't locate the documents today. I was trying to find the documents which objections I have personally given, and I had pictures of the tree. well. And we tried to figure it out that this tree is not a problem to the road traffic or anything as such. There is also illegal parking which is happening on the road, which the authorities are not looking after. And today we see that the tree is gone.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know the validity of the document. Is it still valid after 4 years? I think Zoru can throw more light. He can shed more light on it.
Yes, now Zoru Bhattena, one last quick word to you that, it's not just about this one tree and it's not just about here in Mumbai. This is a larger debate now. The conflict between infrastructure development and environment protection. Environmentalists like yourself, activists are standing up for it. But many a times we have seen that the authorities with brute force go ahead with their agenda.
And why? Why do they need this brute force? I mean, if they were honest in their need to shift the tree, they didn't need to do all this. The fact that they did this shows that there was something wrong behind this removal of this tree. I mean, I'm very, very sure about that.
Okay. Right. On that note, thank you so much, Zoru Bhattena and Abhay Azad, for joining us this evening. We'll continue to focus on the stories related to environment protection. This has been one of our flagship issues that Mirror Now has always taken up. But really sad to see the manner in which activists are being handled. The police high-handedness was definitely there for everyone to see. It was simply not required to handle an activist in that manner who was only asking questions on why you have come to chop this tree and why a 4-year-old permit was being shown. And if permission was there in 2018, what took you so long to do this? Many unanswered questions. Of course, we'll talk to the authorities as well and follow up with this story. Thanks for watching The Urban Debate.